Why is leather like Ethel Merman? This appeared in the Village Voice on Income Tax Day, April 15th, 1981. And this is staged, right? It's the lesbian of the world. He starts with a quote from Hollywood Squares. Not my version, the earlier version, but I happen to be involved in this joke, so I'm thrilled he started with it. Peter Marshall. Why do motorcycle gangs wear leather? Paul Lynn. Because chiffon wrinkles so easily. Style is largely a matter of whim, a kind of benevolently fascist fashion mongering. If enough rich people told enough other rich people that rodent skin shoes were all the rage this spring, there wouldn't be a rat left in New York by Easter Sunday. Leather, however, is obviously in a class by itself. Nobody ever had to tell anybody to wear leather. Only when and how and in what shade. Leather crosses lines of class, color, and religion. It is a perennial, like syphilis, or crab lice. You can count on a few of your friends to come up with it once in a while, and occasionally everyone seems to be sporting it at once. They will almost never tell you where they got it. Always on top of the news, the New York Times perceived and confirmed this truth only recently. No sooner were they astonished on page 1 to discover that Ronald Reagan's tax plan would benefit the rich and hurt the poor. Then they were bold enough in their style section on page B12 to fearlessly label leather ubiquitous in a banner headline. That means it's everywhere at the moment. And you can check out the accuracy of the reporting skills by looking to your right and then to your left and the next time you leave your house. It is incorrect to say that leather is presently making a comeback. Like Ethel Merman, it has never been away. Also like Ethel Merman, it lasts forever. And you don't have to have it dry cleaned. Unlike Ethel Merman, however, it looks expensive. And it fits in almost anywhere. Leather is as versatile as it is timeless. It looks good on Huns, hostesses, and homosexuals, including a growing number of persons who happen to be all three. Lesbians seem to like their leather with the fur still sticking out of it. As anyone who has ever seen Stéphane Audran in Les Biches, or Alexis Smith in Jacqueline Suzanne's Once Is Not Enough, will quickly tell you. It is both sexy and impotent, serving dominatrixes and first ladies equally well. It is civilized and savage, coming from both Claude Montana and Michelle Craig. It is a symbol of counterculture and an emblem of status. Witness James Dean's jackets and Gene Harris's boots. It's as hot as a firecracker on Robert Mapplethorpe and as cool as a cucumber on Grace Jones. Also, unlike some of the people who wear it, leather is porous and breathes. Leather also has attitude, usually depending on its color. Black leather is tough on the outside, but often soft on the inside, and calls to mind Marlon Brando in The Wild One, or that woman named Monique who used to beat up congressmen in Newark. Black leather also has a sense of humor. Bank robber Little John Basso, the subject of the film Dog Day Afternoon, once tried to enter the Eagle in a fuzzy sweater, but he was turned away because they allowed only leather and Western attire. He returned in an hour wearing a white leather skirt with fringe, white leather boots, and a cowgirl hat. They let him in. Leather in various colors is currently having the same sort of vogue once enjoyed by handbags for men. Connotations of sensitivity in men's leather articles are offset handily by recollections of its traditional macho image. A recent Saks Fifth Avenue ad for silver gray and even brown leather jackets for men termed the softly blouson shape and significant new fashion collar not only sleek and supple, but masculine. This is what is known as butch assurance. A concept popularized by Mark Crowley, who pointed out in The Boys in the Band that certain hairsprays featured the words "for men" about 100 times all over the packaging. Screenwriter Stuart Stern has said that his teenage gang in Rebel Without a Cause had to put on animal skins, leather jackets, to protect themselves from their own sensitivity toward each other. This is borne out nightly at the Spike, where if you will sidle up quietly to the most vicious-looking Leatherman, you will have occasion to overhear effusive analyses of the careers of Maria Callas and Joan Sutherland. To my knowledge, nobody has ever discovered why most Leathermen are notorious opera queens. But I suspect it has something to do with Sal Mineo's relationship to James Dean on the silver screen. That leather gear has become synonymous with queer as a $3 bill is evident in the recent decision of Village People impresario Jacques Morali to strip Leatherman Glenn Hughes of his costume for their engagement at the Riviera in Las Vegas because the group was looking too gay. Which is like saying that a Big Mac looks too much like fast food. It's safe to say that leather will be with us until we run out of cows. But I have some personal prejudices where leather is concerned and would like to share them in closing. In spite of the fact that most designers think pastel leather is fresh and rich looking, I've observed that yellow or orange leather on an overweight person has the effect of making them look like a booth for six at the Silver Dollar restaurant. There is nothing more ridiculous looking than a gentleman in full leather walking home from a bar on a sunny Sunday morning. Stains show up on leather in bright sunlight, and very often the knees of such costumes have bagged out unattractively during the previous night. As Fran Lebowitz has astutely observed concerning a person's freedom of expression in clothing, your right to wear a lime green polyester pantsuit stops when it meets my eyes.